A lot of people do strange things to reduce the uncertainty. Today I'll be giving you information about uncertainty reduction theory. There are three main ideas about the uncertainty reduction theory that I will get to today. I will start by discussing the origin and the meaning of it. Then I'll get to how to actually reduce uncertainty. And then last I'll get to examples and scenarios in which they apply. So let me begin by telling you about the origin and the meaning. In 1975, a guy named Charles Berger created the uncertainty reduction theory. And this basically meant that when you meet a new person, you try to gain predictability and information to know if they're going to be harmful to you or not. So when you meet a new person and you walk up to them and you give them a handshake and they give you a handshake, and now you have connected in a way that you both respect each other in the mildest form. This exists because there's an initial lack, a natural lack of trust in humans as we know it now today. Now let's move on to the actual method and to reduce uncertainty. Like I just said, a lot of people shake hands. That's the number one method, to reduce uncertainty. This basically just creates a very mild form of trust between you and that person. It's basically just telling me, yes, I acknowledge you, and you acknowledge me, and let's respect each other as humans. Okay, the next way to reduce is to work with them. Like in a workplace, or just to do an activity with them. When they do, the best example I can think of with this is in daycare when kids do activities with each other. Either it's coloring or playing with popsicle sticks or just on the playground. This proves why a lot of kids just say what comes to their mind and it usually be correct. The last way to reduce some uncertainty is to disclose personal information to somebody or just tell a joke. Just think of when that first day you was in elementary and that one kid came up to you and just said his name, "How are you doing?" He reduced the uncertainty just by saying two sentences to you. And now you never know, that might be your best friend of the time. Okay. Finally, some scenarios where uncertainty is produced. Straight ahead. Okay, a new manager comes in at work and now you're used to the old manager. You've been there for a couple of years. Now you don't know how to act. There's uncertainty ahead coming. Okay, a lot of managers like to take out their employees on the first week and go to lunch or something to reduce all the tension and the stress that is caused just by having a new person there. And this just reduces a lot of uncertainty and lets the employees know that the manager is human too. Okay, another scenario is when a random person in a tourist town, such as Las Vegas, comes up and talks to you. Now, the first thing that you notice on their face is that there's a big old smile. And what that means is that they are just trying to get to know somebody, know a new person, and by doing that, you reduce a lot of the uncertainty. Okay, the last scenario is that when a friend introduces you to their friend. Now, your friend and you have a lot of common ground, so when you tell a joke, you and your friend get it. So there might not be anybody else in the room that get it, but you and your friend get it. And then it's also safe to assume that your friend and their friend have a lot of common ground with you also. So when you tell a joke, you can expect that third friend to get it too. I just told you about the three aspects of reducing uncertainty. I started off with the origin and the meaning of the uncertainty reduction theory. Then I informed you about the ways to reduce uncertainty, and then I gave you some scenarios in which they apply. As I said before, a lot of people do strange things to reduce uncertainty. So don't be surprised when a new stranger walks up to you and tells you how his wife is getting on his nerves, because he might just need somebody to talk to and a new friend.